welcome back to my channel. My name is SYLVIALYSIAK. Now if you don't know who I am, my name is SYLVIALYSIAK. Like I just said, definitely hit that subscribe button. That way you get to know me and I get to know you. Bada bing, bada boom. Yes. Today's video is a story time. Yay! You guys seem to really enjoy my story times, so I'm gonna keep giving you some story times. Today's story time is about the day that my workplace caught on fire. Yeah. I worked at a restaurant. We're not gonna name the restaurant for reasons. That place did me so dirty. So dirty. Worst job of my life. And I stayed for 4 years almost. So, great. I have a lot of story times that I can do about that job. If you want to hear them, let me know down in the comments below and I'll definitely tell some more. But let's get on with this video. It was just a normal day. You know, I drove over to work, not thinking anything crazy. You know, I was just driving. I was just like, okay, cool. We're going. We're gonna have a great day. The day started off normal, you know, I was prepping everything, I was getting everything set up for before we opened, and all was going well. It was just a normal day. I did not think anything of it. Nobody around me thought anything of it. It was literally just a normal day. That changed very quickly. Now, like I said, I worked at a restaurant, so there's a lot of stoves, there's grills, there's a lot of fire, a lot of oil, a lot of water, a lot of shit like that. We would get produce and like food sent to us 3 days a week. Someone would always be in charge of putting all of it away in the fridge and in the freezer. We would also get oil sent to us once again on a regular basis because it was kind of like a fast food chain plus like a nice fancy not fancy, but like a nice restaurant. It was 2 restaurants put together essentially. So, you know, someone was in charge of putting all of this stuff away each time. So I guess this person put all of this stuff away and we had empty oil bins, like empty cartons of oil, and we would always leave that stuff in the garage. We had like a massive garage and that's where we had like all of the garbage bins and everything like that, recycle bins. That's where all of that stuff would go after we would dispose of it. That's where we would dispose of it. It was a massive, humongous garage with like 2 or 3 bins. One was for garbage, the other 2 were for recycling and whatnot. So I guess this one day, someone was putting away the empty oil bins in the garage because that's where we would keep it. And right outside of the garage, anyone that smoked would always smoke outside of the garage. Hi. Right outside of the garage, that's where anyone that smoked would take their smoke breaks. Very stupid. Now that I'm thinking about it, it was actually really dumb because oil and fire don't mix well. But I guess this person, I was responsible for everything that day, threw everything out, but he put some of the oil bins into the garbage can instead of leaving them outside, which is what we would normally do. So most garbage would go into the garbage bins, but then the oil bins would just stay outside. And he smoked afterwards and he threw the bud into the garbage bin, the same garbage bin with all of the oil bins. I think we can all guess what happened after that. A fire, a big fire. Now that happened, that person did that thing. At first it was silent, he just went back inside and we were all continuing about our day. We were just doing our job. I think about like half an hour after that happened, we all started to smell like gas. Like it just smelled like burning gas. If you've ever smelled that, you know what I'm talking about. But that's what everyone started to smell. And we were like, what the heck? What is that smell? And then we noticed, because there was a drive-through. And the drive-through window was like closer to the garage. So the drive-through window, we saw smoke. Like you could just see polluted air, like smoke smokish air. And I was at the drive-thru and I saw this and I was just like, that's not normal. And right across from the drive-thru was another restaurant. So I was like, is it coming from that restaurant? Because like it was just in the air. Like, if you've ever seen like smoke in if you've ever seen smoke in air, you know what I'm talking about. I just saw smoke and I was not sure what it was. It wasn't a lot of smoke by any means, but there was smoke, so I was very confused. So I went to my general manager at the time and I was like, hey, do you want to come look out this window, because I see smoke. And I don't think I was supposed to be seeing smoke. I don't know if it's from the restaurant across from us or what, but like why is there smoke outside of the drive-thru window? So lo and behold, he comes, he looks outside and he's like, oh, that's weird. That's very weird. He really went to investigate. As he was investigating, we were looking inside, we were looking around the building. So right where the drive-thru window was, if you went around the counter, there was an exit door. So he went out that exit door and he was just like looking around the building, not going to the back where the garage was yet. He was just looking around that side, blah, blah, blah. And then it's kind of hard to explain. So he was just looking around and then slowly but surely the smoke started to get even more. It started to increase. And at this point, the whole place was just smelling like smoke. Like the customers were complaining. The smoke was inside of the building at this point. The smoke started to accumulate inside of the actual building. So he comes up to me, he's like, open all of the windows that we have, open all of the doors, let it air out. So I was like, okay, cool. I was checking on the grill, I was checking on all of the fryers. We had 2 grills, 2 fryers. I was checking all of that, everything was fine. I was checking the ovens, they were all fine, nothing was happening there. So we were just like, what is going on? Mind you, none of us knew that this person that was in charge of putting everything away and throwing out all of the garbage smoked and threw the cigarette bud into the garbage bin full of oil bins. As I'm opening all of the doors, opening all of the windows, telling other people to do that, I go out back just to throw some garbage out. I was just throwing things outside as well. So I went out back where the garage was at this point, and I opened the garage and all I see is flames in the garbage bin. The garbage bin full of empty oil bins. I just see flames. And I go up to the GM and I'm like, hey, this is where the fire is. I'm not freaking out, but I'm like, oh my God, what the heck? So he comes in, someone else calls 911. He tells so-and-so to call 911. That person does it. The fire trucks get here. And before the fire trucks got here, the GM is just having people bring him buckets and buckets of water. So he's trying to pull it out. Mind you, the GM was like 5'6". He was not tall, and the garbage bins were tall. Like you had to chuck things up there if you were short. So this guy is like 5'5", 5'6". He's standing on a milk crate, like those milk crates. I'm gonna insert a picture right here. He's standing on one of those, trying to dump water in there, getting a bunch of people to help him do that. We closed down the place for like we were actually supposed to, by law, close down the restaurant for the rest of the day. But did we do that? No! The owners really did not give a shit about anyone's health. And that is just my opinion. But they really didn't. Like, they were like, nope, we're gonna keep this open. We're gonna keep going. Finally, eventually, the fire trucks get there. The firemen come. They, pull out their hoses. They do all of that. We were supposed to stay closed the rest of the day. That was the guidelines. But the firemen said if you really want to open up, which the owners, of course, did not care about other people's health. They did not care about their workers' health. To this day, I will stand by that statement. They worked their workers to death, not gonna lie. Which is another reason why I'm not naming this place, because I don't want to be sued. But they would work their people to death. So the fire department was like, you can open after 2 o'clock. Now, mind you, when all of this started, like, we opened usually at 11 a.m. So he was like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, if you guys really want to open, go for it. But at this point, like, the whole place was just covered in smoke, like, filled with smoke. Like, all of the windows were open. That was not helping because obviously the fire was outside, so the fumes were just coming inside. It was gross. The people that were coming in and out were like, oh my god, are you guys okay? Like, the customers cared more about the workers in this workplace than the actual owners themselves. This is why I left. This is why I quit. And I mean, management changed before I quit. That's a whole other story. We're not even gonna get into that because it genuinely makes me so mad. So, yeah, that's basically the story. If you want to hear more stories about that place, definitely let me know down in the comments below because I have plenty. But yeah, that's the story of the time my workplace caught on fire. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so that you never miss a video. Like I said, I have a lot of story times that I can tell from this place and even my other workplaces. So if you are interested in those, definitely let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let's spread love and positivity wherever we go, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.